we're leaving that in. What are you working on?
This motorcycle has about 20,000 miles on it. I think it was overdue for a new chain, which also means you're supposed to change the sprocket on the rear, sprocket on the front. And anyway, so I had to get the rear wheel off, take off the old sprocket, put the new one on. Same with the front sprocket over here, which meant taking off this aftermarket chain.
Can you point to the sprocket one more time?
The sprocket's here. So anyway, I ended up going with an OEM sprocket, but it's one tooth down, which means that it will sacrifice some top speed, which I don't really need, for low end grunt and speed. So it's a little bit better for off-roading and, you know, acceleration and stuff like that. I kept the rear tooth the same. I also use this cool Super Sprox hybrid sprocket. So it's steel on the inside, on the outside, and aluminum on the inside. Aluminum, steel for wearing longer, aluminum for lower rotational speed. So in theory, the bike will be more responsive over what probably amounts to a few grams. And then I had to get a new chain and shorten the chain by 2 links. At first it didn't seem like that was going to be too much, but then after kind of pulling tightly on it and without a chain puller tool, it was actually correct. And so then I had to adjust the chain, and this chain will eventually, or sooner than later, start stretching again. So I'll have to make some adjustments probably every month. But as you can see, the KTM's chain is a bit slop. They're supposed to be about 5 millimeters, about an inch or 1 link beyond this area right here. And actually there's a space underneath here, so you have to kind of measure from that, not this part, which makes things just a little bit harder to measure correctly. And there are tools to help out. And of course, because I get distracted and lose track of things, I end up using a chain alignment tool to sight and make sure that the chain is looking straight after adjusting the tension. And then afterwards, I had to torque everything down, which meant waiting for the truck, which had the torque tools in it, to do that. And so I torqued down the front and rear sprockets, and then also this chain cover. And then the last thing to do was put a new cover, or the old cover, back over the chain guard. And anyway, the reason why I realized the drivetrain was kind of janky was because I noticed it was kind of sometimes a little, you know, gallopy, and then when I looked into it, some of the chains were kinking. It was loose in some places and tight in others. Those are all sure signs that the chain is worn out. So I got these X-ring chain. Nothing crazy or special, you know, in terms of brand names or anything like that. Probably the only thing I really did was get this rear sprocket deal on Amazon for like half the price of what it normally costs for that sprocket. But I did have to buy some new tools too, like a chain breaker and riveter and all that. So yeah.